Nick, I know this is a difficult topic for you, so I appreciate you talking with us this evening. 2 years ago, since that terrible weekend, how are you doing?
Getting by, day by day.
You were one of the people who wanted an inquiry, but how do you feel now about the way it's been going?
Disappointed, upset, hurt, pissed off, anything but happy.
There are people who are watching this, of course, from across the country. I know this has been a big story in the Maritimes, but for others who maybe haven't been paying close attention, Nick, what is it that has you so disappointed about this commission?
The best way to put it is the Mass Casualty Commission is just treating us like mushrooms. They're just keeping us in the dark, and they feed us a little bit of shit and just to keep us happy. And like we're asking for the truth, transparency, to be able to join in, to be part of it, and we just feel like we're not part of it. We just, myself included, I just feel like outcast. Like it's just disheartening.
We're going to talk more about that. Mike, from your perspective as a lawyer, what do you think the commission could be doing differently or should be doing differently to give Nick and others what they want here?
Well, thanks for having us, Ian. I think the issues that we've been having have been issues since the beginning of this process, and it appears that there's a fundamental difference between our clients' view of how the inquiry should proceed and the way the Mass Casualty Commission views it. Our clients are primarily interested in getting some of their questions answered openly and candidly and transparently. And we've had serious concerns throughout the process with getting information, getting clear information, hearing from witnesses all the way throughout. And our concern is that we're going to get to the end of this and we're not going to have learned much more than we knew when we started.
So, Mike, over the years, I've covered a lot of public inquiries, and they have gotten to the truth or some version of it. I mean, people, commission counsel, lawyers have been fearless in asking tough questions and getting the answers that they need. What's different about this one? Can you give us an example of where the commission hasn't gone far enough?
There appears to be an intention to try a different style of public inquiry in this case. Normally, there are different formats for public inquiries, but this one seems to be focused very heavily on bypassing the need for things like witness evidence, which is absolutely critical in any public inquiry. So we've had very heavy reliance on things like foundational documents and witness statements and things like that. So it's not so much that we've been missing the topic areas. We've certainly been covering those. I think the concern that we have, and certainly that our clients have, is that we don't appear to be going particularly deep into those issues because we're just not hearing the level of detail or enough witnesses to really get down to the issues that matter.
I want to play for both of you a clip from the commissioner's opening speech. Here it is.
Some people are concerned about the Commission's independence, believing that we may be susceptible to covering up for either the RCMP or for government. Let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth.
So, Nick, from your perspective, do you feel like this commission is acting in a way that is independent from the government and the RCMP?
Honestly, Ian, I'm fighting back the laughter after you just playing that clip because I feel like they almost will be wearing an RCMP uniform because I don't feel that they're acting independently at all with this. I feel they're in bed with the RCMP and the government, and the families and the legal teams are left fighting this alone. Again, still.
Mike, one of the issues here, and I appreciate the sensitivity, right? The RCMP, or at least a representative for the Mounties, saying that some of the members didn't want to testify because this is too traumatic for them, which I'm sure it is to an extent, but do you need to hear from those members?
Of course we need to hear from the members. And what's been concerning in this particular instance is the suggestion that this is an unusual situation. We deal with this every day. both in terms of police officers and different kinds of witnesses, victims, and crimes. And we have all sorts of mechanisms by which we can try to protect those people, but we don't do it at the expense of foregoing their evidence. So, I mean, we can't do this process without officers, and certainly it will be difficult. It's been difficult for our clients, but what we're doing is important.
Nick, last word to you. Maybe really the point is last word to Kristen and all of the other victims of what happened 2 years ago. You know, just in case there's anybody listening who's involved in this commission, what's your message to them?
I want to get to the truth, like starting with right where it started with Lisa Banfield. They still haven't called her. They haven't heard nothing. She is the main witness to this. And we want the truth. We want it dug into, and we want them to start doing their job. Like, they're saying trauma informed, and they're basically just licking the icing off the cake and not butting into the cake is how I feel. And it's about time they start digging in and doing their job and doing what they're hired to do. And we need that. Honestly, if the three of them got drug out of there and 3 other people got put in right now, I'd be very happy with that, but I can't see that happening. It's just disheartening because here I am again fighting again against the people that we fought to get in place to do the fighting for us.
Well, Nick and Mike, I hope you and other families get the answers that they need. Thank you very much for speaking with us about this tonight.
Thanks, Ian.